said, we did have some breaking news that we didn't really do a video on, but we're going to break it down for you guys right now because former Celtic Charles Bassey, who we had him on the team during Summer League, and then you fast forward, you get Charles Bassey on the team on a 10-day contract, and then you get him on another 10-day contract. He is now with the Golden State Warriors, and I could not be any more happy for Charles Bassey. I think this is a great opportunity for him. And it kind of showcased his skills, like he played out of his mind with the Boston Celtics, and Ron Harper Jr. did end up getting the contract. However, the Warriors took a piece of him and they're like, all right, well, we had him playing for the Santa Cruz Warriors. Why not just have him play for the regular roster and sign this deal? But what are your guys' thoughts on this? We'll start off with you, Carl.
Yeah, I actually noticed that Bassey was playing in last night's game against the Houston Rockets, which, by the way, I would say any late night game involving the Warriors, you're going to get a masterclass.
That was such an amazing game up to the last second.
It was
an amazing game.
No,
Curry 30-point game in his first game back. You just can't write a better script. LeBron, not LeBron. Sorry, KD 30. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he had a good game as well. It was just yesterday was just, like everyone was just running back the clock. Curry, LeBron, Kawhi. I think Paul George as well had a good game, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes,
and then Curry. Like it was a crazy stat line all around yesterday.
I think we're truly back in 2020.
And Flag.
Sorry, wow, that's
5. Like he's playing out of his mind. He had a 50-piece the other night. Now 45.
As a teenager, dude.
Yeah, he's also the first teenager to score 40 on LeBron, which is a stat apparently. I guess now it is, but that's crazy to say.
Carl, take it away though. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just when there's a flag opportunity, I'll raise the flag.
The most exciting teenager LeBron's faced since Jason Tatum, by the way. I'll just say that. The most exciting rookie he's faced since Tatum.
Bassey plays in what was a very high-stakes, entertaining game. Great defensive play from him in that game, actually a crucial rebound too. Even though the Warriors couldn't get it done, this is a guy that you would definitely need, especially with the playoff push that they're looking to make. Now they have Curry back. And of course, they have the addition of Kristaps Porzingis. They have Al Horford, who they're essentially preparing for and getting ready for the postseason as well, too. And then Draymond Green and every other player part of this team. You have a Warriors team that's still fighting, still looking to do some great things. And I feel like Bassey should be a part of that process. And now that he's a part of that process because of what he's done over in Boston, it's very much deserved. This is a team that's looking for players who are going to try, who are going to work, and Bassey is definitely one of those guys. So congratulations to him. We wish him nothing but the best in Oakland. And, yeah, I think he's going to do some great things there, and maybe there's a future for him in other teams too, considering the value that he currently has.
Yeah,
I agree. He was a player that, I was more excited about him and during the preseason. Or if you remember, Griffin, when we were first looking to get him, when we added him to that summer league roster, I was like, this might be a guy we need. This was before Vucevic, before Garza, when we really needed a center after losing both Porzingis and Al. And it would have been nice to have someone who came up under Keita, who was part of that rotation. So I was surprised when we went back for him. And obviously, if you guys go watch that video where we break down the move for him, I wasn't as ecstatic about it as I was in the summer league, but he turned out to be a much bigger piece to us than I thought he would. Obviously, he didn't get much minutes, but with the minutes he got, he contributed a lot defensively and defensively. He used those minutes well, and it's been nice to see that in his last game he has 6 points. The most points he scored for us, and he impacted that game offensively and defensively as well. So it seems like since he was at the Warriors G League team before us, it just seems like the Warriors were like, okay, we'll just keep him in the G League. But I'm guessing after they saw some of his highlights for us, they decided to take a chance on him, and it's working out well for him. So nothing but love for him, and I hope it works out for him.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Carl, last night, played 10 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds, assists, 2 blocks, shot 100%. I mean, this guy is NBA ready. Like you see players in the G League that just stand out amongst others, and Charles Bassey is one of those guys. He's never been meant to play in the G League. He's always had NBA player written all over him. You could just see how he plays in the G League and how he played with just limited time with the Boston Celtics. I mean, in a world where you don't have a Ron Harper Jr. on this team, Charles Bassey gets a roster spot because I mean he proved it. You had a 10-day in Delano Banton who they didn't really give him an opportunity, but when he did have an opportunity, didn't really do much, but it was in such limited time. But with Charles Bassey, even when he had a little bit of time, he was still trying to put his fingerprints in the game and it just naturally came to him. So he is naturally an NBA player. And again, you guys mentioned it. Wish nothing but the best for him. But I'm happy Ron got the contract because again, the connection we've had with Ron all year. We are big Ron Harper Jr. fans here. But again, I loved Bassey. I thought he was phenomenal in summer league, and it kind of hurt me when we didn't sign him to the main roster. I will admit. So it was fun to see him back again. But do you guys have any other thoughts before we move on? Well, again, congratulations to Charles Bassey. And, it sucks because all the guys I like rooting for are going to the Warriors. Al Horford, Charles Bassey, Kristaps Porzingis, all of them, left and right. So, but go kill it over there. And I really wish nothing but the best. And I think he has a really bright future still in this league. So, congrats to Charles Bassey. Congrats.